In Touch with Terri is brought to you by Podium, your all-in-one AI-powered communication platform designed to help your practice convert more leads and increase patient retention. This is In Touch with Terri, a power-packed podcast for the medical aesthetics industry.
I just discovered your podcast, and I feel like I've hit a gold mine.
She's our inspiration.
This is someone who's got a lot of knowledge. She's been there, done that.
Terri Ross is a former Fortune 500 executive, international speaker, founder and CEO of Terri Ross Consulting, and co-founder of the 4S Summit, a sales and business mastery workshop for aesthetic professionals.
Terri is always approachable, always there for you.
It's nice to have somebody in your corner that can say, I got it.
In Touch with Terri will bring you solutions to increase operational and employee efficiency and practice profitability. Plus, features some of the top industry experts as guests.
Terri, your courses and your podcast are just so helpful.
She made me feel like I could do this.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Now, here's Terri.
Hey, tribe, how are you? Welcome back to another episode of In Touch with Terri. I know. I first want to apologize. I am so sorry. I think it's been maybe 6 or 7 weeks since I've been able to release a recording, but I am back at it strong. I've really been jet setting everywhere, serving you guys, serving the industry, serving my clients, training some big companies and private equity groups and big franchisees and individual practices. So thank you guys so much for just sticking with me, one, supporting me, tuning in, following me, reaching out, eager to hear the next episode. And for those of you guys that are new to In Touch with Terri, thank you so much. As we are wrapping up September Q3, going into Q4, I thought this was really the perfect time to give you guys 10 tips to finish Q4. More importantly, actually finish 2025 strong. Look, these topics can truly make or break your year and how you finish the quarter, how you finish 2025, more importantly, how you walk into 2026 with clarity, momentum, and profitability. Look, it can be overwhelming what's happening now. I think that the industry, some practices are thriving. Some of ours are thriving. Many people are down. Retention is low. People are coming in less, spending less. And it can be overwhelming. Like, how are we going to achieve our goals? We're thinking about holiday schedules, the parties, people trying to come in and resume their packages. Perhaps your team's feeling fatigued, or you're just feeling the pressure to hit these revenue goals. And I get it. So here's what I want us to do. I want us to lean in, pay attention to this podcast, maximize what's working. Let's analyze what's not. Let's make some informed decisions, but more importantly, have the right systems, training, data, and KPIs in place so that, again, we can finish the year strong and go into next year really ready for success. So number one, I said I was going to give you 10 tips. Number one, it's really important, you guys. I want you to refocus on the top KPIs. I am like the KPI queen. I live, eat, breathe, die, preach, and you guys have to too. It's astounding, and I say this with so much love, the amount of people and practices that I talk to, even some of the best doing multi-millions, that still have a hard time understanding what the benchmarks should be, what the right KPIs should be, analyzing them, holding people accountable. I understand it gets very easy to just show up in our day-to-day. But those numbers do tell a story. So let's refocus on the top 10. And here's what they are. I want you to pull your year-to-date numbers and review these non-negotiables. Where are your leads? Number one, your leads that are being generated, the quality of those leads, and then the consults booked, okay? That should be around 70% conversions. Number two, again, consult to treatment conversions. So we're talking inquiry to consult, consult to close. We want surgical to be around 55 to 65%. And then again, your conversions, above 70. Your provider utilization, How busy are your providers in the room? Ideally, over 70% is where we want people being utilized. Your retention and rebooking rates, really important. I want retention to be over 65%. You guys, if it's not, it's an opportunity for you to say, why? Are we not doing a treatment plan? Why are they not coming back? Are we not following up? There's so many things that we can really start to investigate. And then I want your retail. Again, your retention and your rebooking rates on retail over 50%. Your revenue per hour. I talk about this all the time. People always ask me, what are the 2 KPIs we can do the most that have a significant impact on your bottom line? Again, we want revenue per hour, look, well over $800 an hour in the med spa non-surgical space, $800 to $1,500. Again, these are all going to vary, but this isn't a KPI talk. It's really about the KPIs I want you to be focused on. Your average spend. Look, the TRC clients over 20 years, our average spend is around 8 something in the med spa space. Again, surgical is much higher. Looking at your gross profit by procedure, really important so that we're looking at the diversification and you're focused on the treatments that make the most money. Your capacity. I want you to identify bottle gaps in your scheduling and where we can improve that. Looking at your expenses and your compensation alignment. Okay, this is really critical. We want to reduce expenses, increase revenue, but ensure we have a compensation plan that's motivating, aligned with your goals, and that your business can afford to pay. And then looking at your total revenue and profit year to date versus goal. I'm going to repeat these back in order because I know that was a lot of information. So number 1, refocusing on the KPIs that matter. Your leads, consult to conversion, provider utilization, capacity, retention, revenue per hour, average patient spend, gross profit by procedure, expenses and compensation, revenue and profit. Boom, a lot of stuff. And if you're overwhelmed with these and you're like, you know what, Terri, I don't even know. You guys, it's okay. I mean, this is why our team, the TRC team, is here to support you. Please don't feel bad, but don't ignore this situation either. It's not easy running a successful, sustainable practice. So if you're struggling with this, please reach out. And again, this is where you can identify these gaps, the leaks in the business, make an informed decision that has a crazy impact on your business. Number 2, training. This is my jam. You guys know it's my zone of genius. I love it. It's what I'm so passionate about. Most of you know my background. I've spent 16 years in Fortune 500. I had a med spa in Beverly Hills, scaled and it sold. I'm humbled to teach all over the world. I've written training courses and I'm so blessed. Like over the past 4 months, I think I've been on the road 2 to 3 weeks out of every month. So here's what I want to say about this, because it's easy to make excuses. It's easy to say, gosh, training is so expensive. But when you're thinking about your budget and your forecast in the beginning of the year, what do you allocate to training? Because I know for certain you guys are allocating clinical dollars, right? It's easy to send providers to all these clinical courses to learn new techniques, but what about learning the business of aesthetics? Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And in aesthetics, the discipline that we have to have is about training and accountability. So how do we maximize our people, right? And ensure that we can close the gap. So I want you to picture this. I want you to picture a bridge. And on one side of the bridge is where your practice is today. And on the other side is where your practice wants to be. So the revenue goals that you set, your culture, your team, your growth, like what is what you envision? Whether it's to keep one location, to branch off into multiple locations, to eventually sell, bring on a new partner, bring on new equipment. What is that goal on the other side of the bridge? Because the practices that stand on the edge, just looking across, wishing you were somehow on the other side, magically, you're not going to get there. And so that's the hardcore truth. Wishes don't build bridges. So how are you going to get to the other side? And that is what takes training and consistency and discipline. So every call that your front desk or your patient concierge makes or takes, or your patient care coordinator, we have to look at that, listen to it, analyze it. Every time a provider walks into the consultation room, what is the process? Is it formalized? Is it mastered? Every time you are learning to bond and build rapport, and ask the right questions. That is the sales piece. But again, that's the educational piece. So how are you going to articulate the treatment plan effectively? And do you role play and spend time to anticipate every objection? And how do we overcome that? These are the daily actions that are the planks. That's what builds the bridge. And it's the only way to get to the other side. If you miss a few of these by not investing in training, and you guys, it is an investment that yields the highest return. It's not an expense. That's when you lose money. But by missing these and not investing in training, not practicing role playing, not formalizing the process, not holding people accountable, the only thing that does is weaken the bridge. So what I'm asking you guys to do is commit to the process, strengthen the bridge, anticipate, not even anticipate, you know what you want on the other side. What is it costing you to not do it? Because one day I don't want you to look back, and realize what could have been. I want you to say, you know what? I've crossed the bridge, not because of luck, not because the market shifted, not because of any other external circumstances, but because you and you alone in your team had the discipline to do the training, to stay accountable, and to keep, again, laying down plank by plank, brick by brick, to build a solid bridge to get to the other side. So that's it. It's very simple to have a practice, but goals give your practice the direction, and training and discipline are the ones that are going to get you there. By the way, from a data point, practices that invest in training literally see over a 25% or more higher conversion rate, higher revenue per patient. I mean, you guys can literally, don't take it from me, go on my website, my Instagram, case studies on YouTube, and you can see the amount of revenue practices have grown exponentially. So number 3, I want you to re-energize and align your team. It's end of the year. People are tired. They're showing up. How do we re-inspire our team? So I hope that you're holding monthly team meetings. You are holding monthly morning huddles. You're reviewing what's working, what's not. You're highlighting the wins, recognizing, again, the possibilities of what can change. You have to reinforce your unique value proposition. Again, this is the why. This should be the guiding compass as to why people come to you. It's, like I said, I say it often, it's too commoditized, it's too competitive. And when we're wondering why we're not profitable, well, that's why. Again, stay in your lane, be who you are, attract the kind of patients that you want. Again, look at short-term incentives perhaps to get everybody in alignment with the goals in order to reach them before the end of the year. And then celebrate the wins. Recognize what is driving retention internally with your team. Number 4, I want you to take a minute. I would not wait till the end of the year. Audit and optimize your expenses. So there are very specific KPIs around your expenses, around your COGS, your marketing dollars, your payroll, your administrative, your overhead. So let's look at perhaps renegotiate your contracts with your vendors and suppliers. Where can you save money? Perhaps eliminate subscriptions or marketing channels that are not driving a high return on investment. And then it was really important. And it's a big change. Sometimes I understand, but it can be extremely rewarding. If your payroll is out of whack, your compensation plans are not in alignment with the business. So we want to make sure that is in alignment with your goals and, again, your team and your culture. So it is a win-win for everyone. Number 5, leveraging your gift cards and your memberships, obviously, and your seasonal sales. So look, gift cards are great. It can be immediate cash flow, but you have to remember when you're thinking about your books, it's also unearned income if they did not yield that treatment. So let's begin thinking about not your typical party, the traditional bundles that we do all the time. Look, everybody's doing them, so that is nothing unique. What is going to make you stand out? Are we looking at the total spend? Who are your big spenders? How many people are they referring to the practice? maybe creating some luxury holiday bundles and ensuring that your execution of these gift cards or these promotional bundles is what's selling with the right messaging. Number 6, streamlining and optimizing your scheduling. Look, this is super important. There's a lot of times, and this happens often, when people do not charge a consultation fee or they don't charge a cancellation fee. That you have people canceling at the last minute, you have spots that you cannot fill. You guys, let's be cognizant. I talk about this book again. Someone has to be the most expensive. Why not let it be you? Many of you, I love you so much. You tag me, DM me. You're like, I read it. It's changed my entire philosophy. But like I said, I want you to do it better than everyone else. Who is the type of person you're trying to attract? So think about what we sell. We sell time. So if there's only so many hours in a day, how do we maximize revenue potential from each patient? And you guys, this was about scheduling, by the way, number 6. But let's think about VIP hours, morning, late spots, weekends, implement a wait list, a callback system so that we can ensure we're keeping the schedule full. In addition, that we are being efficient in the room with the appropriate procedure and time. Number 7, maximizing retail is so critical. I give these statistics in my training, but basically I think it's like 89% of people want a pre-op plan, 91 want a post-op plan, 91%, but less than 50% of us do. Sadly, retail in the industry is only 6% of total revenue, and it should be 20%. So we know we have work to do. This shouldn't be, this is not optional. It should account for at least 20%, again, of your practice's revenue. So it's a training. We have to really ensure that we understand that these treatments, these products yield a better outcome for the patient, more money for you, happier patients, higher retention. And again, 71% said that they would rather buy it from you and not go someplace else. Number 8, running strategic year-end. I hate promotions, I really do, but we are not discounting. So discounts erode your brand. Okay, so whatever brand that you like, Four Seasons, Neiman Marcus, Chanel, Gucci, I don't even care if it's like Macy's. Sure, maybe there's some specials at Black Fridays and things like that, but medicine is not in the discounting business. So how do we bundle, do treatment plans that increase the margins, give your patients a better outcome? Perhaps you're giving away a complimentary mask or an LED light or a gift or a product, but that is showing value because you believe it's the right thing to do. And then we want to make sure that we are pulling through these packages so that we don't have this high revenue number that in reality isn't really your revenue sitting on the books. But that we are ensuring your patients can come in before the end of the year. And then number 9, how do we lock in appointments for 2026? So let's look at, it's easy for somebody to say, you know what, I'm going to call you back and let me go home and check my schedule. Look, we all have iPhones. That's crazy to let people walk out the door. So let's get everybody pre-booked, create the urgency, get them on these membership programs, ensuring that your January and February is already filled up. And practices, by the way, that pre-book see about a 24 to 40% stronger revenue in Q1. Really important. And then as we are wrapping it up, let's begin, number 10, let's begin the strategic planning and budgeting and forecasting for 2026. So let's look at our projections for 26, which means we're looking at revenue by month, by service category. I want you to base it on your 2025 actuals, and then we have to adjust for growth, whether it's new staff, new services, pricing changes, and then factoring in seasonality. Part of this strategic planning is your expense planning. So let's separate our fixed versus variable costs. Let's budget again for new staff training, any compensation adjustments, technology upgrades, write-offs. And let's cut out the things that are not making you money. And then let's look at your marketing. This is still, again, part of 10, you guys, under the strategic planning and budgeting, but let's look at your marketing and growth investments. Let's allocate the appropriate amount of money. Roughly 10% should go toward marketing. It can be less if you've been established. or a little bit more if you're new. Let's plan our Q1 campaigns, not wait till the last minute and then we're in reaction mode. And let's invest in scalable systems and automations and retention programs. So the practices that plan ahead aren't just reacting to numbers, but you guys are controlling them. Whew, that was a lot of stuff. I don't know about you. I always get super motivated when I'm talking about all the ways that we can support you, but more importantly, giving you, I hope, the most valuable information that you can replay this, share it with your friends, grab a glass of wine, listen to it again, take copious notes. Because remember, tribe, Q4 is not just about squeezing out the last bit of revenue for the year. It's not. It's about setting the intention and setting the stage for long-term success. And the practices that finish strong with focus, dedication, again, intention, are the ones that are going to step into 26 already ahead of the curve. So here's my challenge to you. I want you, out of the 10 tips I gave you, I want you to pick 2 or 3 of these strategies and commit to either analyzing them, working on them, or implementing them this week. Take action now, not tomorrow, not the next day. Those are just excuses. And the would've, could've, can't, won't, time, this, that. We all can say it every day, but you have to be the one building that bridge. So you'll not only, and I know this for certain, finish 25 with confidence, right? You are going to, again, show up in a different way for your team. Show up with a different level of clarity and energy. And I'm certain if you make some of these changes, greater profitability. So I love y'all so much. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for always tuning in to In Touch with Terri. If this episode did resonate with you and you're feeling stuck, you need support, you need help, there's so many ways that you can work with us and our team. I would love to hear from you. But share this episode with your colleagues. You guys always leave a review, and please make sure you subscribe so that you never miss an episode. Your feedback is what feeds my soul. So until next time, guys, love y'all. And here's to your growth and success. I'll see you on the next episode of In Touch with Terri. Ciao.
Thanks for listening to In Touch with Terri, brought to you by Podium, the all-in-one AI-powered communication platform helping thousands of practices convert more leads and increase patient retention. If you'd like to take your practice further faster,
Terri Ross has launched her business and sales mentorship for the first time, and it's available to everyone. No more spending thousands on conferences. Get Terri's expert knowledge for a fraction of the cost. Head over to patreon.com/Terri Ross Consulting and sign up now. We'll have the link in the episode notes to get you in on this groundbreaking offer. This is your chance to get ahead, so don't miss it.